Everybody, in this video we're going to go to the Museum of Anthropology in Istanbul, Turkey, which is really three museums in one. The first museum that we're going to go to is the Museum of Ancient Oriental Civilization, and then we're going to go to the Museum of Anthropology, the main building, and then we'll go over to the Museum of Islamic Art. So come along for this adventure, and I hope you enjoy the ride.
Into the Mesopotamia area here. South Mesopotamia. There's just so much stuff to see in here. I don't have enough time. I'm gonna see what I can see. The evolution of writing. You go from hieroglyphs to characters here. Amazing. Some tablets here of King Hittites, the Hittite nation here. That's what these are about. You have a lion here. It's pretty amazing stuff. And a bull. Around here we've seen lots of columns. Here's a head, some goddess, lots of tombs. Gonna head into the main building now and see what I can see in there. The remains of some servants and some chiefs here in Sidon.
The Archeological Museum houses a bunch of excavations that were made in some caves in Sidon. Sidon is now in modern-day Lebanon, but back then it was part of the Ottoman Empire, and so you'll see a bunch of amazing tombs that were made during the Alexandria times in Lebanon. Sidon is mentioned several times in the Bible, but it's probably best known for its New Testament story with Jesus Christ in Matthew 15, where he speaks to the Phoenician woman about the worth of strangers and the preaching of the gospel in the world.
This is interesting. This is the first Ionic columns that I've seen in all of Turkey. Usually they're Corinthian, but here are some Ionic ones. So that's very interesting. Some great battle, Alexander the Great, I'm guessing. And look at those tiles. Those tiles are pretty amazing. Mosaics. Long, long ago. It's amazing how well they keep.
The caves where all these statues came from were basically an old cemetery from the Greek era. And it's interesting to walk through because you can look at how the tombs would have been arranged. And you can also read some of the tombstones, which to me were very interesting, along with the mosaics.
And you have what looks to be soldiers and farmers. Oh, they're going after exotic animals. So this model here shows what the building was like that housed all these outside murals. But now they just have a few pieces of, but it must have been a great burial tomb. tombstone right here says that it's the grave of stele of Narcissus, 2nd to 3rd century. It says, "Farewell, Narcissus," and Narcissus says, "Farewell to you too, whoever you are." So goodbye from the 3rd century. And then we go over here to this tomb. It says, "The grave stele of Maestros Villa Adelis, Lucius and Alexandros, together with their sister Delus, made this stela for their parents Maestros and Villa, and the brother of Elias Maestros the soldier." So here is the family together, and they're celebrating their soldier here. I love all the messages here. This one says, "Publius Aelius Pompeius, a retired captain from Cartanum, has made this grave for his wife, Prosope, the most pious of much dignity, known for her virtues, and lived many of 50 years in this lifetime. If anyone dares to open this sarcophagus after our burial, he will pay 5,000 denarii as a fine to the brilliant colony of Sinop and will be responsible for grave looting." Okay, came with a $5,000 fine. Whoever did it wasn't me. This was a gravestone for a dog. It says, "His owner has buried the dog Parthenope that he played with. In gratitude for this happiness, love is rewarding like the one for this dog. Having been a friend to my owner, I have reversed this grave. Looking at this, find yourself worthy friend who is both ready to love you while you are still alive and will care for your body when you die." The message of a dog owner to his dog, and the dog back to you again. We have a little memorial here for Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. It's his anniversary right now. The room is dedicated to the Persian Empire. Many different statues of that era. Here we have a statue of just a woman's head. It says, "Very beautiful." It shows you how they lived. Obviously the Persians had quite the money if they could make all these things. Athena. This is a statue of Athena. If we can check this out, it says it's a tiled mosque. That's where we're going into. I'll take you in as far as I can. Wow, that's amazing. Looks like inside here they have lots of different tiles. It's not really a mosque anymore. It's just a tile museum. But very interesting to see all the plates in China. Coming into this room here, you can see what is the tiled mosque. Have this beautiful decor here. Have different types of stuff. I think this was a fountain. Yeah, a fountain with a peacock. Very interesting Bible verses, Quran verses. Very beautiful. I'm leaving the museum soon, but I'm gonna go through here really quick. These are like all the tomb leftover stones. So you got lots of columns. Another Medusa head, just like the Basilica Cistern, but this one's upright. Kind of crazy to think that this is the leftovers. They don't look like leftovers to me. It's amazing all the stuff that's here. Some bulls and lions, and it's just all hanging out here in the rain. Well, that was the Archaeological Museum. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next video.